Did anybody else find it incredibly strange how Barcelona's best playmaker and Real Madrid's best playmaker both experienced hamstring injuries at the exact same time? And Real Madrid's case was a lot worse, by the way, because not only Arda Güler but also Militao experienced a hamstring injury. If you go to Fabrizio Romano's main Instagram page and you scroll down to Lamine Yamal's injury, you read the following: Lamine Yamal will be out for the rest of the season with Barcelona with a hamstring injury, but he is expected to return on time for the World Cup. Then if you scroll literally just one post down to Arda Güler, you also read the following: Arda Güler's season with Real Madrid is over with a muscle injury in the biceps femoris. Arda will also focus on returning for the World Cup. And just one more post down on Militao, you read the following: Eder Militao's season with Real Madrid is over with a muscle injury in the biceps femoris. Militao will focus on returning for the World Cup 2026. Is that not just like a bit too strange, bro? Now, I'm not a conspiracist, right? But this is a bit weird. Logically speaking, there has to be an explanation for why these players got that hamstring injury. It's possible that it may have been stiffness, not stretching, skipping warm-ups, poor nutrition, I don't know. But there needs to be an explanation. Lamine Yamal is Barcelona's best player, best playmaker. Arda Güler is Real Madrid's best playmaker. Militao is Real Madrid's best defender. And now all three of them are going to miss the El Clásico, and their performance at the World Cup is currently in doubt. This is why stretching and taking care of your body is essential, even for a regular person. It's always recommended that you stretch at least 5 minutes a day. But now when it comes to professional footballers, the expectations just increase. There has to be an explanation for why these injuries happened, but so far all we have is just mere conspiracies. I think that the club should take recoveries more serious, especially the players individually. It's crazy. Let's imagine for a second that Barcelona actually defeated Atletico de Madrid and advanced to the Champions League semifinals. What would have happened? Let's imagine that Rafinha was fully fit for the second leg, and that after traveling to the Wanda Metropolitano, Barcelona complete a remontada and advance to the semifinals. Lamine Yamal scores a hat-trick, and everybody in Barcelona is happy. The team is celebrating, they're in the Champions League semifinals, and they're highly confident because they see Arsenal's poor run of form, bottling the league again, and not looking confident to play Barcelona. Now everybody believes that they'll make it to the final. And let's just imagine for a second that Polymarket traders give Barcelona a 30% chance of winning the Champions League. Rather than giving a 28% to Arsenal and a 36% to Bayern, let's say that Barcelona was the favorite to win the Champions League. Everybody is happy. But then what would have happened? Well, Barcelona would have had to play Celta, a team who historically Barcelona tend to defeat. The game begins, and there's some bad officiating calls. The game isn't as easy as we thought, and then Barcelona get a penalty with Lamine Yamal. Lamine prepares to take the penalty, he shoots it and scores it. Shortly after shooting it and scoring it, something seems odd. It seems that Lamine Yamal is asking for a substitution. He begins to go down to the ground, Gavi is worried, and he finally collapses on the ground. Now it's full panic mode. Lamine Yamal gets substituted off, and nobody knows what's wrong with him. We wait for the next day for Fabrizio Romano to comment on this injury. Boom, he's made a post. We're all worried now. We scroll down and see this: Lamine Yamal will be out for the rest of the season for Barcelona. Now our Champions League hopes are gone. Polymarket traders give Arsenal the 28% again, and Barcelona, let's say that they gave him a 10%. Everybody's destroyed. Arsenal are confident again, and they end up knocking out Barcelona. Everybody's sad for the second consecutive season. That could have literally been a reality right now. If Barcelona ended up knocking Atletico de Madrid out, only for Lamine Yamal to get injured, right now we would all be hopeless. Maybe it was a blessing in disguise that we got knocked out. I don't know. I don't even want to imagine how we would have felt if that would have happened. Drop a follow and let me know what you think.